Welcome, guys and girls, and thank you for watching another live stream of the Games Tester. It's something I do also. I also make Nintendo content and PlayStation content and Xbox content. Right now, I am live on my Xbox channel, but yeah, I'm really curious what Nintendo is going to bring to the table after all these years playing on the Nintendo Switch. I can't wait, to be honest. Let's see. Do I have everything? Yes. Do I have almost everything? No. How is everybody doing today? And what are your predictions for the show? I'm really curious what people are yeah, expecting from the new Nintendo Switch. I'm really curious. A smell sensor. That wasn't an April 1st joke. By the way, you guys, if you hear my voice is completely gone, by the way. I've got a major flu at the moment. I feel horrendous. And I hope I can finish the stream. So, yeah. Now, I have also really no clue what to expect. I do think it will be better hardware, so that we're getting like at least 1080p and 60 FPS. Or maybe a console that comes more in the range of like the Xbox Series S. How much sense would that mean? Be, bring it up to a little bit in the range of like the Series S. That would be really cool if we could get a console, handheld console that could do that. My Asus ROG Ally is already in the range of like the Series S as a handheld, but that thing is way too expensive. It's like 800 euros or something. You could literally buy like three Series S consoles for the price of one of those. But yeah, I'm really curious. The one thing I saw and I think could be really interesting, they had like a little red sensor in the controller ports that you could maybe use it as like a mouse. These controllers that you could put them on their sides and use them as a mouse controller or something. I don't know. Yeah, still, I don't have a Steam Deck. I got a ROG Ally. But I use both. It really depends on the game that I have. And I'm also curious if there will be some Xbox games launching on the Nintendo Switch too. Maybe Forza Horizon 5 or Hi-Fi Rush or, well, Grounded is already on Nintendo Switch. Pentiment is already on Nintendo Switch. So, yeah, maybe Doom, The Dark Ages will get a launch. Yeah, because let's be honest, if there's one thing missing on the Nintendo Switch, it's racing games. There is almost not a single decent racing game to be found on the Nintendo Switch, except for Mario Kart and Cruise and Blast or something. But further from that, yeah. I do think that they will bring something like that to the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I think that Nintendo Switch could really, really, really be a great console. You see a lot of Sony titles are already coming to Nintendo. Nintendo is actually the best console right now, if you think about it. Xbox games are going to Nintendo, PlayStation games are going to Nintendo, and Nintendo says, yeah, we're not gonna bring any games of us to your consoles. Haha, not gonna happen. Oh. But yeah, it could be. I could see, stuff like maybe The Last of Us or Horizon coming to Nintendo Switch, and from Xbox something like Doom: The Dark Ages. If it's 1080p, 60 FPS, I'm already happy. Most games I did do some testing on the Nintendo Switch OLED, and there were games that ran at like 540p at 30, barely 30 FPS. I think one of the worst games I've played was the Dark Pictures Anthology. That was like 24 FPS stable on the Nintendo Switch. Oh, 1080p 60 FPS on a small screen is enough. 1080p looks incredibly sharp on a small screen. You don't even need more. People always say, "Oh, I needed 4K," but the slower, the smaller you get, the smaller the screen, the smaller the pixel. So a 1080p screen would be perfect. But I'm mostly, yeah, I'm really curious how the game. I think 399. That's my guess. They want to put it below the PlayStation 5, but above the Series S and above the Nintendo Switch. No, I think it's going to be an LCD screen. Why bring a OLED screen directly if you can resell the console in 4 or 5 years with an OLED screen again to the same people? Hey, it is Nintendo what we're talking about. That sounds too cheap for Nintendo. No, but Nintendo is a other demographic than PlayStation or Xbox. They want to get people like young parents and stuff, and you're not going to give a 7-year old a 400 euro handheld console. You're not gonna do that. Back in the day when the GameCube came out, it was only 199 euros that console. The Nintendo Switch, no, the Wii was 250. It's always around that. I think 500 is the bar is too high. And maybe they will make the light version could also be something that comes later. Bring a light version in 2 years or something. That's only handheld. Just like they did with the Nintendo Switch. At Nintendo, they are not stupid. They love it when people buy two, three, four different versions of the same console. You saw that with the 3DS. You had the 3DS, you had the 3DS Lite, the 3DS XL, the 2DS, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, Game Boy Advance Micro. They love that stuff. Almost time. Yeah, I'm really curious. And they can even do the same trick as that Sony did. Make a $10 update for their old games. If you already own The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you can buy a updated version for $10. I see them do something like that. It wouldn't surprise me. Maybe some third-party developers do a free update, but Nintendo themselves, they will ask money for it. My favorite Nintendo console, or the Super NES. I loved the Super NES. I still do. I literally was playing Super Mario All Stars like 2 days ago, and I completed Super Mario Brothers 1. Why? I've completed that game like 500 times already, but it's still fun. Oh, and the Game Boy Advance had so many great games. Oh my goodness. Both of my favorite Metroid games were on the Game Boy Advance. Metroid Zero Mission and Fusion. Oh, I love those. And Golden Sun. And what do we had? Advance Wars. Oh man, I love that. There is a possibility that the postal service is coming by. So maybe during the stream, I need to go downstairs and open the door for a package. Turtles in Time, Star Fox, yeah. Here in the Netherlands, it was called Star Wing, actually. And the second one on the N64 was called Lilith Wars. Later on, I think the first game that really used the Star Fox name was Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube. That was the first game here in where I live that used the name Star Fox for the series. Oh, Jurassic Park was also amazing. With the 3D levels, it looked like nothing. It was horrendous. It was like 5 frames per second or something. But my mind was blown away with Jurassic Park. Here we go. I'm a little bit hyped. I feel like a kid again. A new Nintendo. How cool is that? Mirror's Edge, also a great game, by the way. Wahoo! Hello, Metrius. Now, let's see. Hey David, welcome. Super Mario Kart. Shoot 'em pole.
Let's go!
Yeah, Charles Martinet is not doing the voice anymore of Mario. Looks so good. Can't wait. Shoot 'em pole. Oh my goodness. Four-player split screen. Mario Kart World. Oh, that's a cool name. Not Mario Kart 9, but Mario Kart World.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Well, probably something like Mario Kart.
A brand new entry
Yeah,
in
I've
the
got
Mario
all the
Kart
Zelda
series
games on the
is
Nintendo
launching
Switch.
exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
That's cool.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the
Yep,
atmosphere
3
will
p.m.
change.
here in the Netherlands. Look at that, there's like 40 racers or something.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
That's fun.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series
24
history,
drivers.
the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
That's actually quite next gen, like racing
Can
through
you
the
make it
whole
all the way
world.
to the finish line?
For Nintendo standards, that's really something.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore
Or-
new areas and routes.
Mario Kart Horizon
So
5.
drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct, so be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope
that
you're
guy
looking
looks
forward
like
to
he's
it.
like a doctor from some kind of zombie survival game.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button. Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo!
That was me.
That was you?
I think.
So quick. Oh, no, 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 no. Wait, no, 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 no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
So they're finally adding a party system to the games.
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
Yeah, follow.
Okay.
It took them only 3 generations.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay.
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow? Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's opaque.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it.
Well, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh, ooh. Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no.
Yay.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I fell. I'm falling.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
wait,
the
wait,
dual
wait.
sense mic is not that good.
Look, you're a star.
That's so cute.
So cute.
Pikmin!
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
I love Pikmin.
Guys, I'm lost. Like, where to go?
The frame
Or
rate looks
expand
gorgeous,
another
by the
friend's
way,
game
if you
screen.
watch with that's like what, 5 frames per second?
Above that wall that's to your left. You're almost there, It's just like the wall. Like, if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have to try. Welcome.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay! Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Nix.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang. Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Okay, sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this. By connecting this camera to the system,
Yeah, I put it up especially just for today.
Hey,
You're
what's
completely
up?
right,
Hello,
Skyrim.
Yo, Nick.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
That's
you
the
can appear
reason
on
why
screen
it's up.
and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind, guys.
There you go. I bet you like
Can you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Oh, okay.
No, wait.
good.
Go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left. Left,
Oh,
left.
I'll let you
If I
fix
go a
it.
little more this way. Oh.
Using Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play
It
games
looks
and
interesting,
hang
but
out
not
as if you were
still.
together
I
in
don't
the same
see
room.
anything like
play together,
mind-boggling
or compete in
anything.
online
It's like,
multiplayer
not like,
games.
oh my goodness, I'm seeing something I've never seen
Chat while
before.
playing your personal favorites. Decide your
It's
own
more- it
rules
looks
for
more
a
like
retro game
something-
competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime,
Have you
anywhere.
done the intro, Maurice?
Game chat.
The intro for what?
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our
Yeah,
goal
it's
was
quality
for you
of
to
life
enjoy
feature,
playing online
exactly,
with others
yeah.
more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
It's fun. Am I going to use it a lot?
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out. Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants
The
to use
specs
Game
are
Chat to
never,
play with their
never
friends.
that interesting for Nintendo.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with GameShare. As
Okay,
shown
that's
here,
cool.
even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
That's
GameShare
cool.
also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned
the
for
C
several
button is-
titles, starting with a free update for
Hey, it's a
Clubhouse
start. It's a
Games
start.
51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
Bigger screen.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
1080p screen. Perfect. Wow.
The
Up to
screen supports up to
120 FPS?
120 frames per
That's-
second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
That's nice. Not gonna lie. And HDR. Okay.
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach a controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Okay.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater
the little
comfort
eye,
and
the
control
mouse?
when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger. Each
I knew
Joy-Con
it.
2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
No, it's not gonna be faster than the Xbox Series S
By
and
adjusting the
X.
audio balance between the ranges,
Or PlayStation
sounds from the
5.
built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via Game Chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
Mouth thing, yeah, that definitely looks cool, you know? Give me something like
Even if you don't
Mario
have a
Paint
surround
2.
sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you. Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
2 USB-C ports, that's also good.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode. Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save data, and more. Reading and writing data is also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo
Up
Switch
to
2,
4K.
you can play
Keep that in
Nintendo
mind.
Switch 2
Up
games,
to
as well
4K.
as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
Okay.
By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Paid?
So please check it out if you're interested.
Paid?
Now, I'd like to share some more information
Take them-
regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Okay.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible. Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro Controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
The Xbox layout.
In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Okay.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online.
So iToy is back.
Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage 2, hit blocks to collect the most coins.
This is literally the iToy.
Guide an RC car with your voice. Go! And compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled Carnival Coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off! Go! Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and 1 where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls,
From Astro, yeah, exactly,
rumble,
with the
biggest
climbing
party
the
yet
walls.
is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Upgrade pack. What I said.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
They're gonna ask money for this.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game. We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
You know, I have no problem. You know, and Nintendo is not like Xbox or PlayStation. They have a completely different demographic.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Okay, that's cool.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in Full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition
an upgrade pack. This is what I already called.
We hope you're looking forward to
find that
these
so
Nintendo
nasty.
Switch 2 edition games.
So anti-consumer.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
I hate it when they do that. PlayStation does that too. I already paid for the game. Why should I pay for the upgrade, for the update? I think that's a really big fail from Nintendo. Really big fail. Keep in mind that a lot of these games use pretty old engines. You know, if you watch something like Metroid Prime, it looks great, but if you put it next to something like Halo 4 from the Xbox 360, that looks better in terms of graphics. Yeah, this is the game for use. You're absolutely right, Totem Pool. Xbox doesn't do it.
In Drag and
Xbox
Drive,
never
you'll use
let
both
you
Joy-Con
pay
2
for
controllers
any
as mice to
updated versions
intuitively
of their
pull off
first-party
various
games ever.
We hope you're
Only
looking forward to a
PlayStation
new
and
twist on
Nintendo.
3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Elden Ring? Okay, cool.
The lands between. This world is in dire need of repair. You can see them, can't you?
Ooh, this is
The rays
graphically
of grace
downgraded.
that guide you through your burden.
Oh.
I have no doubt you
This
will
is
become
really
the
where you
golden
can see that the Nintendo Switch.
May you take the throne.
Wow.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades 2
Hades
is
2,
coming to
that's cool.
Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess
You know,
of
this
the
is one
Dead,
of those games
an
that could
immortal
easily
witch
run
out to
at
vanquish the sinister
120
Titan of
FPS.
Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every
Yeah, but
setback and
remastered, that's already what you
It's the
say.
kind of
It's a
game you can
completely
quickly
brand
pick
new
up and play whether you're
remaster. It's not
experienced
like
with the original or not. Look for
the
more about
updated
Hades
version
2
for Gears
later this
5
year.
to Series SX version. They never asked any money for that.
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。
Curious how
ソ
this
フ
is
トは
going to
通常版の他に総
also
勢26キャラクターを収録した「Gears 1-2 ファイターズエディション」の2バージョンをさらにゲームと連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
rough.
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale.
Xbox is not as bad, but has done it in some occasions. What occasions? I can't think of one occasion that they did that.
This planet will be ours. The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight.
Cool.
I'm super excited for Split
Fiction is
come
also
to
coming to
Nintendo
Switch 2.
The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi,
No,
and
Xbox
Zoe,
has
who writes
never
fantasy.
charged for updated graphics.
Together,
Never.
they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this, if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play
Split Fiction is
on the day
amazing. I
Switch
still
2
need to play it
launches.
further with a friend of mine, but it's so good.
At EA Sports,
Oh,
we're
Madden!
bringing fans together
Finally,
across the world,
Madden is
both
coming.
on the pitch
Or is
and
it?
on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL
Madden 2
will also be arriving
for
on
a
the
long
Nintendo
time.
platform. EA
It's about
Sports.
time Madden
It's
is
in the
coming
game.
to Nintendo Switch.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like never before. And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience
Wondering
the
if this
adventure.
is going to be an updated version or if you need to
Discover
rebuy
the
it.
enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on? Son of a...
Well, that's the first Xbox game. Xbox is going to bring a lot of games to Nintendo Switch 2. curious if they're going to bring Call of Duty to the Nintendo Switch. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's so cool.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title,
Hitman, World of Assassination.
World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
I love that game.
As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything
Forza
he can
Horizon
to accomplish
5.
his mission. And how each mission progresses
Sea
will
of
vary
Thieves.
depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
Cool.
Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
James Bond? Are we going to see James Bond finally? Wait. Wasn't expecting that.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Oh!
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition.
I was hoping for Final Fantasy VII
that help you control the flow
remake
of
and
turn-based
rebirth.
battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements.
It's the brand new game, Project
And all new
007.
minigames
But
with
then
new
made by the
quests to
people
complete.
behind Hitman.
Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
So the Yakuza games are also coming, or like a
我々がお
dragon.
送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は任天堂スイッチ2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Koei Tecmo, AAA Game Studios.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great
Zelda
and
game?
prosperous kingdom.
Or will this be like a Zelda Warriors type game?
A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the imprisoning war.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Oh man, I feel bleh. Yeah, this is definitely a Warriors type game.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Now with
and
GameCube.
With Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
GameCube.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cel shading. Controlling the wind
That
using
was
a
what I
mysterious
was waiting
baton,
for.
Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Transcending
Calibur
history
2.
and the world. A tale of souls and swords
yeah.
eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur
Eternal
2.
Darkness, please, Eternal
Experience
Darkness.
a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization
Mario
and
Sunshine.
story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online. Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking. More titles will be added in the future. Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
Why not today?
And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button
so it's a
to quickly
Wavebird too.
access Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course,
Really cool.
You can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Undertale. You know, I still got it here. The Wavebird GameCube controller. It's one of my favorite controllers of all time.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Borderlands 4.
Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a
Civilization.
Nintendo
Oh, that
Switch
would be
2 edition
great with the
of
mouse
Sid Meier's
controls.
Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben
GTA 6 coming to
final
Nintendo
announcement
Switch.
for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the
That
court.
would be something if they announced GTA 6 for Nintendo Switch 2.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound
Yeah,
lack
I'm
of preparation.
really not happy with the paid upgrades. I think it's really anti-consumer.
Awesome! You nailed it!
Hey, what's
Hook,
happening?
line and sinker.
I think they have a problem at Nintendo.
Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for home. Nice.
Look at Enter the Gungeon 2. Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths.
What's happening?
3D art style. You can expect some fan-favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Fixed it. That was strange.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red.
Cyberpunk
We are delighted
coming
to
to
bring
Nintendo
the
Switch
immersive
2.
world
That's
and the
cool.
dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover
literally
engaging
Apex
stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
Looks to be like 30 FPS.
こんにちは、スクエアエニックスの浜口です。任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。
Really cool.
本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
Hello, Jason. Kunitsugami. Oh, that's so cool, that game. Such an underrated game. Hollow Knight. Perfect. Ignore your seasons. Two-Point Museum is super fun. Wild Horns. Ah, no. They can leave that game. Moving Factory. Okay, this one looks fun. Star Wars Outlaws. Okay. I can't wait to check out some of these games and how they will run. Dynasty Warriors. Gamertag Ambition. Fast Fusion. Reanimal. Fortnite. Yay. Paid archive different. Okay. Special Aiden is also pretty cool. Yeah, I think Nintendo broke YouTube.
ここまでたくさんのタイトルをご紹介してきましたが、次がソフトメーカーさんの最後のタイトルになります。ご覧ください。
Devil May Cry?
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight.
Bayonetta?
To humanity's very dusk.
From Software. Bloodborne? No. No. That would be hilarious. Is Nintendo getting Bloodborne? Nah. Probably not on my stream, Countess. Is this Bloodborne or Bloodborne 2? Or what is this?
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
What the freaky deaky do is this?
Tears will flow for one.
That could also be Castlevania, made by wow.
Alone.
New Castlevania, the Duskbloods. Sequel to Bloodborne? Only on Nintendo Switch. Wow.
ご覧いただいたのは From Software さんが手掛ける完全新作タイトルです。どのようなゲームなのかについてはディレクターの宮崎さんが語るクリエイターズボイスを公開しますので、ぜひご覧ください。ソフトメーカーさんのタイトルの紹介は以上です。ご出演いただいた開発者の皆様、また今回の発表に映像をご用意いただいたソフトメーカーの皆様、本当にありがとうございます。ご覧いただいた以外にも Nintendo Switch 2に向けて多くのゲーム開発を進めていただいています。 今後もたくさんのタイトルをご紹介していきますのでお楽しみに。続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
Smash Bros? Kirby? I still think $3.99. Nintendo could never buy from software. They would not have the money for it. By the way, From Software is already like 25% owned by Sony, so not gonna happen.
Nintendo GameCube のカービィのエアライド以来22年ぶりに完全新作が登場します。桜井さんが手掛けるカービィのエアライダーにぜひご期待ください。次が最後の映像となります。ご覧ください。
Forza Horizon. Donkey Kong? Well, Nintendo also bought a lot of developers, by the way. Don't think that Nintendo is any different. Just smaller. Oh wow. Donkey Kong Minecraft. They all buy developers. There's not a single company that doesn't do that. And why shouldn't they? Because of what? Great service. They bought a lot of studios. This game looks like fun.
ご覧いただいたのはドンキーコングの新しい 3D アクションゲームドンキーコングバナンザです。唯一無二のパワーで敵も壁も地面も全てを破壊しながら巨大な地下世界を突き進みます。詳細は改めてお伝えしますのでお楽しみに。
ここまでご覧いただきありがとうございます。
改めてになりますが、任天堂 Switch 2の発売日は6月5日です。最後に発売する本体のご紹介です。まずは任天堂 Switch 2の本体です。これに加えダウンロード版のマリオカートワールドがセットになった本体も発売します。詳しくはダイレクト終了後に公開する公式ホームページをご覧ください。
駆け足になりましたが、今回お伝えする内容は以上になります。
発売までもうしばらくお待ちいただくことになりますが、任天堂 Switch 2を皆さんにご体験いただけることを今からとても楽しみにしています。
最後までご覧いただき
ありがとうございました。
Price? Could be. Price? What's the thing going to cost? I still think, most logically thinking, I would say $3.99. If it's 500, I think it will be a little bit too expensive. You know, then you could also buy a Xbox Series S and play the games at an even better frame rate and resolution and everything. Yeah, I wish there was a price. You know, overall, I think it looks like a great piece of hardware. I'm gonna love playing it, but it would really depend on the price, and I hate the paid upgraded updates for games you already bought. I really think it's super anti-consumer. So if I need to pay like $10 extra to play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in 60 FPS, that's a big fail. Big, extremely big fail of Nintendo, in my opinion. But there were definitely some cool games. Mario Kart. GameCube coming to the GameCube coming to the pass, I think is really cool. Ooh, $649. That's way too expensive. Way too expensive. 500. That would be 599 euros. 600 euros. That's more expensive than that's the same price as a disced PlayStation 5. With a console that's like half of the power. And you need to pay for every update for every game. Wow, they missed it. There are definitely some cool games, and there's definitely some cool stuff coming up for the Nintendo Switch, but this is going to be, if it's 600 euros, it's going to be a really tough time for Nintendo to sell this. It would be really tough. You know, you go from the Nintendo Switch, that's $299, to double the price. So if it's 600 euros, that would... Then this could be the third time Nintendo has a failure. The third console fail. Let's hope not. But yeah, it is what it is. But you guys, tomorrow, south of midnight, Only one more night to go. I got the videos ready already. The videos are already uploaded. I can't wait to show you guys my thoughts about South of Midnight. I can't wait to show you. Yeah, but a lot of people thought the same about the Wii U, that it could never fail. A lot of people thought the same about the Virtual Boy back in the day. So yeah, price is really, really important for Nintendo. If this console is €600, it's gonna be a really tough cookie to sell. Especially with these kind of specs. I still say $399. If it's not $399, I think it will be a really, really, really hard sale. You know, then you come in the same trajectories as the PlayStation 5 Pro. And yeah, it's an amazing machine, but way too expensive. Yeah, but then again, you can buy a Steam Deck for less. You can buy a Steam Deck for €350. And you can play 10 times more games on that system. I don't know. Let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and before we say anything, let's just wait and see. You know, I really hope that they are not going to overprice themselves. With the Switch 2. Because if this thing is going to be €600, it will be a really hard sell. A really hard sell. Yeah, Asus is just announced their new console. Xbox is busy with a handheld console. Yeah, Lenovo indeed. You know, I already know that my Asus ROG Ally is faster than the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, but the problem is I can play all those Nintendo exclusives also on my Steam Deck. Rachel's. Not the legal way, but definitely better. Hey, and the upgrade is free. I can play something that like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at 1080p 60 FPS on my Steam Deck if I wanted to. Oh, exactly. That's why the Nintendo Switch was an amazing console. Is an amazing console. I think it's one of the best consoles in 20 years. Final Fantasy Remake. Yeah, it would be cool if it also came to Xbox. I have no idea. To be honest, I gave up. Oh, I don't care that they all know that. You know, I already did a video where I was playing Super Mario 64 on the Xbox Series S. Completely legal. I didn't use anything to build my console any different whatsoever. I didn't need to download illegal stuff. I didn't need to do anything illegal, and I could play Super Mario 64 on my Series S. Yeah, to be honest, let's be really honest. Black Myth Wukong only got name because it was Xbox and PlayStation, and then it was PlayStation only, and the game itself is nothing special. Let's be honest. I've played halfway through the game and I was like, been there, done that. Nothing special. It is a, what? It has a 79 on Metacritic, and people act like it's the best game ever. They only act like that because it's a PlayStation. It's only on PlayStation. That's the reason. The game itself is mediocre at best. But, yeah. And 24 million of those were in China. On PC. Because it was one of the biggest Chinese games ever made. I was hoping for the Oblivion remake. Yeah, maybe in the future. It's good. It's good. It's don't get me wrong. I don't think that Wukong is like a bad game or something. It's just nothing special. It's not like they invented the wheel again or anything, you know. It's like, oh, best game ever. No, not even close. Not even in graphics. But yeah, you guys, I'm going off. I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. I feel like crap, to be honest. And I really, really, really want to thank you for watching. Was actually quite fun. Really curious what the price is going to be. And yeah, hopefully till next time. Bye.